I can't believe all the services under One World, One Family are provided for free, especially the medical surgeries. It's quite remarkable. It's unthinkable in this day and age. How do you achieve this?
In Australia, it is still cheaper to have a surgery. I was in the US and I asked the surgeons there, what would it cost to do a surgery on a child with such defects? They said the simplest would cost you anything around 150 to 200,000 US dollars. And if it's complicated, it can go up to $1 million US dollars. So you can imagine that is the price tag on a child's life if the child must survive. And that really makes me think that how many of these children who are born in poor families, you see, with very little means, how can they survive? And in a way, congenital heart diseases happen to the poor more than the rich because of the poverty. They don't eat well, the mothers are anemic, they don't have enough nutrition. So there are many defects at birth. Congenital heart disease are one, but many congenital defects happen in those children. And there are very few specialists and hospitals available. That's why there is a demand and supply gap, and that's why the price is so high. Now, when we thought of these kids who are born with heart diseases, we thought of giving it for free simply for two reasons. One, anyway, they cannot afford it. Even if you put $100 over there, they may not come. And the second reason is because they are our family. That's the main motivation. Those children are also our children. And so we are here for everyone. We truly believe in this idea, one world, one family. So when a kid suffers somewhere, maybe he belongs to some parents of some country, but I think a child is the collective responsibility of the whole world, not just the parents. So we must look after our children so that they grow up into grateful humans tomorrow. It's expensive. It's just not about the finances, not about the infrastructure, but also to get the expertise, to get the right kind of surgeons, nursing, ICU care, paramedics. It's not easy to find them in smaller countries. So that's the bigger challenge, and that's why we also opened a medical school to train people for free so that they grow up to become good surgeons and nurses and give back to the society. And that is the idea of doing it in Fiji, the next institute that is coming up over there. So yes, it's because of so much of support that comes from many, many good people. The governments support us, like in Fiji, with some grants, but largely corporates, philanthropists, individuals. And like in Fiji, in Sri Lanka, when we were building, we had to put up a cath lab there, and that's quite expensive. It had to come from Netherlands, from Philips. It wasn't easy. It was also built during the COVID times, by the way. It was very difficult. It's another island nation just like Fiji. So someone who had his child operated in India for a heart disease, he's the one who was motivated to contribute towards that lab, because he said, my child, I could take her to Chennai in India and got it done because I had the means to do it. But I know there are hundreds of Sri Lankan children who cannot go to India or elsewhere. So for their sake, he came forward and said, I will support a part of that cost. So that is how a lot of people from around the world have joined hands, and they are doing what they can, and every drop counts. And that's how we have built this mission.